Hello everybody, I'm David Serpa, and when we got the call to list the Vail House at Casa Loma, the most historic house in the city of Temecula, we decided that we owe it to not only the homeowners and the potential buyers, but to the entire Temecula Valley to showcase this home the right way and bring you the rich history of the Vail House. So join us as we tell you how we're going to market the home, tell you its history, and invite you on February 25th and 26th from 11 to 3 to bring your families to come take a look inside.
We decided to head down to the Temecula Historical Society to visit Rebecca and get the complete history of the Vail House at Casa Loma.
I put together this notebook. I call it Casa Loma.
Okay.
And I have compiled in here everything that I have collected through the years about the history of the house.
So this entire notebook is about Casa Loma?
Yes. So this is a picture. You can see the Casa Loma up here on the hill. And this would be the valley below, which now, of course, is all developed into houses. There aren't very many pictures available of the builder Mahlon Vail and his wife. This is the only known picture that we have of, other than the formal one, of Mahlon and his wife. We're talking 1920s, early 30s. He actually stayed in Temecula, and he's buried in the Temecula Cemetery. He died in 1964. So he was the builder of this ranch house, which we call Casa Loma, the house on the hill. Mrs. Vail, she was nervous living out in the country, and she had never had relationships with Native Americans and wasn't sure about relating to them. And so she had a secret staircase built, and so there was a stairway hidden behind a bookcase, and it's been sealed off now. And she could escape to the roof, and she could maybe take a firearm with her.
I've actually seen the doorway that's covered up now. It's behind that bookshelf.
Yes.
The story goes, Irene preferred life in Los Angeles over the boonies of Temecula.
Yes, yes. So this is when they were building the place. 1925, they were starting to get all the supplies.
Wow, so $5,586 was the cost for many of the building supplies.
Right, and some of that's the hay and grain. Bees, cattle.
Looks like that was most of it. The cattle's $4,250.
There you go. Look at these notes here, and I can give you a run through. The floors were made from redwood, and hand-hewn redwood timbers framed the ceilings. 6 fireplaces of stone or brick warmed rooms from winter's chill, and Temecula granite lined walkways and steps.
Wow.
A volcanic grinding stone, presumably brought in from the Santa Rosa Rancho, sat in the backyard. And I think that's still there, that grinding stone. So there was a volcano up the hills from Murrieta, and that rock, you know, would be local. So when they were developing Casa Loma, they had that whole mountaintop, and this is their airstrip, and they also had a golf course. They needed cattle grazing area. And so their total holdings were 87,500 acres. The exceptions were Old Town Temecula and the historic downtown Murrieta, and those towns had fences around them to keep the cattle out.
For a long time, it was just Casa Loma.
Because they owned everything. So the only thing here was Casa Loma and the headquarters.
So this isn't just a historic house in Temecula, this is the historic.
Exactly. Okay, let me give you a perspective on timing and development of Temecula. In 1882, the railroad was put through along the hills west of what's now Old Town. So commerce started being developed there, and homes were built there, so they would be closer to the railhead.
Wow.
That was called New Town.
Okay.
We now call it Old Town.
That is so interesting.
Yes.
What an interesting flip.
Yes. So this became the Vails Ranch in 1905. Nothing grew here because the Vails owned everything except Old Town and historic downtown Murrieta. In 1964, the Vails sold all of their holdings to Kaiser Aetna, the insurance and the aluminum companies.
Wow.
And they bought it to make a planned community out of it. And the planned community had areas like in Duluth for avocado groves, for grape growing, for citrus growing, for horses. And so they designated which areas of our valley would be divided up into 5-acre parcels, 2-acre parcels, and like Meadowview, about an acre and a half, and so on like that. So it was all master planned, and then it was sold off little by little.
Somebody had some really great foresight for the infrastructure for the city.
Casa Loma is one of the most exciting properties in Temecula, and we really, as a historical society, want to make sure that whoever buys the property will keep the historic integrity in place.
A big thank you to the Temecula Historical Society for helping us to provide the background of the Vail House. Let's take a look inside so we can tell you a little bit more about this home and how we plan to market it.
We decided to strategically place picture frames throughout the house so that the attention to detail isn't missed by buyers as they're walking through. When the second story was added in 1964 by the Tippett family, they decided to keep the original adobe style of the home by adding a redwood spiral staircase around a redwood tree and then painting custom murals to line the walkway of the California Missions. We also shoot video tours for all of our listings that allow us to highlight the property from above so that we can see the hacienda-style design of the home that allows the homeowners to access the courtyard from nearly every room in the house.
Casa Loma also features a 180-degree view, making it possible for the Vail family to keep an eye on all ranch operations in the valley below.
Until next time, I'm David Serpa, and the Temecula Historical Society and I will be looking forward to seeing you and your families on February 25th and 26th from 11 to 3. Thank you so much for watching our short film on the Vail House at Casa Loma. I like that one. That one felt good. We decided strategically. Can I take my shoes off? Without missing the I'm murdering this.